Hello, 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 everyone. You're welcome once more on the BETONG's Crypto. In today's live, I want us to go through some cryptocurrencies that I believe we can make some massive gains from, particularly Casper. Of course, we're going to look at Casper to see where it is. CSPR Casper. I think this coin might be preparing to make a huge move to the upside. Usually, when the move starts, it's always quick. So I say, let me do this video. Look at Casper and look at other coins that um Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm seeing that my audio was good. But it's strange how you cannot hear me. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, just type you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Let me see. It's strange that you can't hear me. Hello. Yeah, I think my mic is okay now. It's okay. Uh I think it's okay now. You know. I don't know why you couldn't hear me before. Let me see. Um probably speaking here without anything. I think it was maybe it was your mic. I don't know. Okay, let's continue with the show. Let's continue with the show. Um Audi, like Audi, to me, I think Audi can get to about $100 per Audi. Okay, and I'm looking at this to mean if we can see $100 Audi today, not today, like today, like I mean, at one point, then I'm looking at this now to mean we might be early or Audi might be in a discount currently. Okay, so this price point, regardless of what, should be accumulated, right? Not long ago, Audi was at about $10, and now we are seeing Audi $5. It went right down to $4 to $1. Let me zoom out this so you see. You can see, like I mean, more than $1. It went to minus. You can see, oh boy, to 0.897 cents. Imagine you bought Audi, like you were up and you saw this spike down here and you bought Audi just for $100. You should be up like 5x already. Oh boy. So can price still drop down here? Well, I don't think so. But it can still happen. You know, yeah, anything can happen. Now let's go to the for the day and look at Bitcoin, whether we can buy Bitcoin, what trades we have today for Bitcoin. Let's see Bitcoin on the 15 minutes time frame. Let's see what we got here. Um, we are currently in the UK session. Okay. Let me see. Okay, what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin is more of a downtrend, but again, um, I'm seeing this to mean price is holding at a key level on the 15 minutes time frame. So if I'm to look at any trade for today for Bitcoin, let me see what I can do. The volume profile. Let's see. So we are below the value area low. So if we have to take any trade today, it has price has to go above the value area high. But we can also see that price has closed below this area, which is the value area low. So we might be at one point looking for a trade here. You know. So if we are to lose this zone, we are going to target this liquidity right down here at around $110,000. Now, talking about liquidity, let's get into the heat map to see where Bitcoin might be heading towards today, tomorrow, or the days to come. And this is the 12 hours liquidity time session. So, we can easily drop down to $110,000 right? Or to one, yeah, to $110,500. Okay, or we can go straight to $114,000. So this are the range that we can get to, within the next 12 hours for Bitcoin, and this is going to also help altcoins do well. Now, um, if I have to look at Bitcoin now, or let me just see if I can bring this on the daily setup. You know, let's look at this for the day and see whether um there's something fantastic. Okay, looking at the day, you can see clearly we have liquidity here, as I mentioned, around 110,500. Then we have liquidity here around 14,400 or so, or let me say $14,500. And if say we like, the most likely thing that they can do is to at least drag price down here before take it back to the upside. So if you go back to the chart currently, let me go back to this. Let me see. I need a different chart. This one can go. This one. This one is a little bit so messy. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Okay. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, they can take us they can drop down here to sweep this liquidity here before taking us to the upside again. But I'm looking at this to mean they might not do that. Why? If you look at the session volume profile, like what happened, um, I think 2 days ago, you can see this was the value area high. I mean, that was yesterday, not 2 days ago. Yesterday, ACR session, or that was yesterday, I think. Yeah, or another day, 2 days ago. So look at this. Price has rejected from this 100 and 11,600 price point. So if you zoom out, you see this was the POC. That was during the weekend, I think, because let's see, yeah, during the weekend, the POC during the weekend, because price made this huge move to the upside. I think that was on Saturday, Sunday, like that, or then we saw this drop. Then price has been attempting to break key levels. So now, since we have rejected this zone, I think if you are to buy Bitcoin currently, your stop loss should be just below here, just below here. Don't go right down there, just below here. And I think in a couple of minutes, like in 15 minutes to come, might see more volume get into the market, because it's gonna be towards the end of the UK session, and we are let's go just drop down to the 15 minutes time frame. Let me see, get some more perspective here. So currently where we are, yeah, we are getting towards that area. You know, within the next 50 minutes, we're gonna see volume step in. Now, the direction that the volume will take us will determine what will happen. Now, I've marked this zone. If we are to break below and close below this line I've drawn currently, then we might see price keep dumping to the downside. That's what we don't want to see happen, right? We want to see price continue marking to the upside from where we are. But if say we see price reject that area, then it's going to continue to the upside. I can see you guys. Good analysis, brother. Karen Allah, you're welcome. Sublas, you're welcome. Thanks, Sublas, for that heads up. And guys, if say you are wondering about trading, where to trade, I recommend you trade on Bitfinex. Look at the screen, your screen, the QR code, scan it, and it's gonna take you straight to Bitfinex, where you're gonna start trading. And also, I'm launching a free trading session for anyone out there who want to, take advantage of or learn how to trade properly, invest properly, trade the way I do. Make sure you use the link below. I think the first link, if you go down to the description of the video, you're gonna see the link that says you should. It's not on this one, but you're gonna get the link anyways. So just go below this video at where you see the links. You're gonna find where it says register to for the crypto masterclass. You know, now Bitcoin um has given us that, like, okay, we are looking at Bitcoin now on lower time frame because we wanna focus on this time frame. I don't want to look at Bitcoin again on the one on the daily time frame, because if I look at it on a daily time frame, um it doesn't feel good. Okay, it doesn't feel good. Trust me. I'm gonna explain to you guys why I say so. Let me. I don't know. This chart is not. I don't like this chart. It's so, like, so much of my analysis there. So let me stay on this one on the daily time frame. You know, yeah. So Bitcoin doesn't look good on the daily time frame. I'll be honest with you guys. Why? Because price is below the 5-day and the 13-day EMA, and the 5-day EMA have crossed the 50-day moving average, and price is below the 50-day moving average on the daily time frame. So Bitcoin is not good. That's why I think all coins are not going to be looking good as well. But we have a catch here. Which cash are we looking at? Yeah, we have the better moving average. So provided we see price stays above the better moving average for a long time, these key areas that I've marked here, then we have a chance, you know. But at the same time, we have liquidity here around 106,000, 5,000, and 10 and 8,000. So if we see price keep holding this, like this current zone that we are, then we can see continuation to the upside. Okay. Another thing is this daily candle, which like today's candle, uh, is dumping as a result of what happened back then. You can see this dump here, and this recovery as well. Price has created a zone here, which is like the lowest point of this zone is around $109,000. So after this dip to about $101,000 per Bitcoin, Bitcoin found a support around $109,500. Right? So I want to be bullish, but at the same time, I don't want to be bullish. If I look at Bitcoin on, of course, on the weekly time frame, then I'll be bullish with Bitcoin. But if I look at Bitcoin on a daily time frame, I'm not bullish. Of course, TA have to align with all of the time frames. So if say the weekly time frame is not looking good or it's looking good, then the daily time frame not looking good, then it means the overall trend it shouldn't be looking good, right? That's why if I see Bitcoin currently at this price point, I think we might go straight down here again to kiss the 50-day moving average, because in the past that's happened. You see, the next move has always started from the 50-day moving average. You see, like, see, look at this. From here, yeah. If we go down, you see the same thing. From here, you see the pump. From here, you see the pump. From here, you see the pump. So I'm looking at this now. This drop didn't at least get to the 50-day moving average. So what I'm thinking is this: price wants to maintain structure. And what structure are we talking about? This is the main structure here. This is the main support zone that price should respect, regardless what happens. This is the main zone that price should respect. Okay, so we don't want to see price break and close below $98,000, and I think that's the reason why price is holding above the beta moving average. Sorry, price is holding above the alpha trend. Okay, and Price holding above the alpha trend might mean that it wants this 50 EMA to make its way to reset to the upside, at least. And if I go now to look at the trendy low, I'll say that we are still bullish on the weekly time frame. We are still bullish. We haven't yet crossed the 0.00 line, this line in the middle. When we cross it, then we are done. But we are still above it, meaning this downward trend can turn back to the upside. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff to be taken into consideration here, guys. Looking at Bitcoin, and I try as hard as possible to make sure I understand the overall trend before reacting to anything. Now, one other metric that is very important here that we should look at today is the USDT dominance. That's USD dominance. And looking at USD dominance, you can see on the weekly setup, guys, we are breaking the 50-day moving average. If this week close above, guys, it's not going to be good for crypto in general, right? So what I'm saying to myself is, no matter what happens, we want to see USD dominance drop and close at least. Let's close below the 5-day and the 13-day EMA. You see, or at least close below the 50 EMA. This vector here is a sign that lots of investors are favoring US dollars or stablecoin. That's what it means. So we might not see our altcoins do that well. Some few altcoins might do well. Of course, the altcoin market, if you see some few altcoins doing well, it doesn't mean that the overall trend of the market is up. If Bitcoin is not doing well, then your altcoin is doing well. At one point, your altcoin might give the gains back to Bitcoin. So that's what you have to understand. It's a liquidity game. So looking at all of this and then going to dominance, right? I'll argue again that Bitcoin is looking at something fantastic here. We might see Bitcoin do well against altcoin. But again, we have to make sure price stays above the 50-day moving average on on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin to be bullish, which is the case, and also on the daily time frame. Now, there are some coins that I think we can make money from today. Let's just go to those coins quietly, since the title is Crypto Trading Live today. So, to look at these coins, I'm gonna drop down to a different chart. You know, one of my magical charts. So, like this one. I wanna go to Solana. I took a Solana trade some days back. Let me drop down to the 50 minutes time frame to see where we are currently. Now, do we have a trade here for Solana? I'll argue that maybe yes and maybe no. Okay, because the structure here for Solana is already um let me say, why, like, if we look at, let me just go first. Let's look at this on. Let me take off this. Let me take off this so we can see properly where we are. So let me take off this here. Okay, now look at where we are currently. It's not good. If we look at this on the 4 hours time frame, I'm gonna explain to you guys why I think it's not good. But at the same time, I'm gonna explain to you guys why it is good. I love doing this. Now, where we are currently, we made this huge dip to the downside. Okay, for Solana. Now, price made this huge move right up to the 50-day moving average. And if we keep rejecting this moving average, like what we are seeing here, then it means Solana is preparing to dump again. Like, do this. Come back to retest this level before the spike. Yeah, that's the only explanation. So if I'm gonna bring in the volume profile here, which is something I love to do, it's going to give us a clear direction where we might expect Solana to go to. You can see we have left the value area high, meaning we can go right down to $190,000 for Solana. And if we lose this zone, then we might as well drop down to about $180,000. Sorry, 180 dollars. What am I saying like that? We can drop down to 180 $190, or we can drop down to $180. So this zone is the main area where price breaks structure. So if I'm to look at a fair zone where we might expect the market makers to drop price to, it should be at least the midpoint of this candle here. Let me mark it for you. Yeah. So this should be the fair value gap where they can push price to, you know, and if they do that, it's gonna mean bullish for um for Solana. So the trade for Solana today is more bearish than bullish. In fact, the entire market is bearish than bullish. If you look at just like guys, it's simple. Make sure you look at the current trend, and you can look at the current trend by looking at where price is at, and you can see this current daily candle is forming now, and price is above the 5 day and the 13-day EMA. So if we stay above this EMA, we might continue to go to the upside. Okay, but because we have been failing, so we can see a quick move to about 100 to about $204,000 for Ethereum for the dump. Now, since the UK session is getting to an end, let's now drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Let's see where we are currently. Yeah, so you can see based on this time frame, we are bearish. Why? We are below the 5 day and the 13-day EMA, but of course, we are also below the alpha trend and but above the 50-day moving average. Okay, and looking at the structure, yeah, it's simple. Maybe they can, target this liquidity down here, you know, before they can then drive price to the upside. You can see higher, like swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. So they can now target this liquidity below price around the POC here, which is going to be around $195,000. For Ethereum, sorry, for Solana. Now I've been looking at another trade today, which is from Bera Chain, and I missed, like I missed. Not unless I missed, but I would say that um I I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. I placed a trade in this like area that I wasn't supposed to do. So I lost some money, but it wasn't significant money. I get out immediately. I realize it. And I'm saying this to you guys because at times you might have a plan and you find yourself going against your plan. And what you do when you find yourself going against you find yourself going against your plan is to get out immediately. Now, looking at current structure for Bera Chain, after this dip to the downside, where should be the target? At least to the upside. And when price start doing something like this, moving sideways, consolidating sideways, it means price is building, or the market makers are building contract to push it to either to the upside or to the downside. Now, the chances to take bearer change to the upside is more, is higher. And for you to know how to get into it, just mark this volume, bring the volume profile, mark it like that. And You want to see price get back above the value area high before you get into that trade. For now, it's risky. You can still take this trade right now, but your stop loss is gonna be so tight below this previous swing low here. This swing low. Yeah. Can place your stop loss just below here. Then your take profit is gonna be right up to about, let's say, how many cent? $2 130 cent. Yeah. So if you are gonna be buying better chain, yeah, on the 1 hour time frame, that zone is gonna be your take profit zone. Okay. Let me see whether I have some questions from you guys currently. Um, let's see. No. Karen Allah is asking whether I'm from Haiti. No, I'm not from Haiti. I'm a Cameroonian. Okay. I'm a Cameroonian. I'm a Cameroonian by birth. Yeah, but I'm not a Cameroonian anymore because I acquire a different nationality. So currently, I'm a Finn, not a Cameroonian. But my origin is Cameroon, but now I'm a Finn. So, um, do you guys have any question? Casper, let's see. I still think Casper can turn around. I still think so. Let me see. Enna is showing strength. Yeah. Guys, then this new 4 hours candle forming right now can take Enna to, let's see. Wow. Can take Enna to not, yeah, you can take it right up to about 0.5100 price point. Okay. Let's see. Core also is showing some strength today. Um Zora also is showing strength today. Or let's see. Yeah, but I'm just gonna be sticking with the coins I like trade here on a daily basis. Um Asta is not looking good to an extent. Avanti is not looking good. Audi also not looking good, you know. But let's just see what will happen towards the end of the UK session, and then on what US is gonna do, you know. So if you have any question, guys, I'm gonna be listening to you. I have 3 minutes left to vamos to to leave, you know. So if you have any coin that you want me to look at currently, now is your time. Now is your time to comment the coin that you want me to look at. If you are watching and you have any question, then post your question. Other than that, I'm just gonna end the live stream soon. Um, should you still buy CSPR right now? Well, let's go back to Casper. I want to tell you like why I think like if you want to buy it, of course, don't buy it with something significant of your portfolio, but just something like you can allocate 1% or 2% or 5% to Casper. Right? Let me show you guys why I think so. Now, if you look at like price action on smaller time frame, like the 15 minutes time frame, it looks bullish. Okay, to me, I think it looks bullish, even though we are seeing this spike here, spike down. It looks bullish. So what you need to do is simple for today. Do what I always love to do. Bring in the volume profile. Okay, mark it from the bottom of yesterday move, or let's say, yeah, from this move here right up there, and it's gonna create this range for you. Okay, you're buying Casper whenever you see price close above the value area high. So if you see price close above the value area high, take the trade, right? And if you see price get down here, right down here, take the trade also. But let your stop loss be tight below the swing low here. Okay? And if you take the trade here, your stop loss also should be tight below this POC here, this zone here. So or close like below, just below the value area high, like around this area here, around this zone. Let me mark it for you so you see where I'm trying to. So if you are gonna buy Casper above there, then your stop loss to be should be here. You see it there, then sell. Okay, if you buy above there, you know, and what you're gonna do is don't just buy straight away. Allow price breathe. Price should breathe like this. Break above, right? Retest. You're buying, you know, then take it to the upside. Target this zone here. That's what I would say. Well, if you have to buy, like, you have to buy Casper, right? Based on current price action. I'm looking at short trades. And if we close below here, you know, which I doubt because we have been rejecting this zone here, you can see. The target is this previous low here. And we can continue to go to the downside, like go more downward. But because price is holding here, and I'm seeing more vectors here on this time frame, then I'm gonna conclude that the trend is up. Unless something else happen. I see Sol Bot is asking real world asset. Let's see. Is there a coin as a real world asset? I don't think so. There's no coin as a real world no, I don't think so. So that's what I'm looking at for Casper. All right, guys. I've been streaming now for a while. Um, okay, enjoy. That's awesome. So, like the stream, guys. As you can see, you guys are watching. Give a thumbs up. You know, at least show some love. Thumbs up. Zen. Yeah, but you say real world asset is the category. It's not the coin. The real world asset is the category, or let's say, yeah, the category that is found. So we say real world asset, it's not like it's a coin. It's just the category of or where the Zen is found. Okay, so let me look at Zen. Oh boy, this one is on fire. Let's look at this on the daily time frame. Let's see. Okay. Hmm. Um. Okay. When I see price action like this, there are two things I want to see on the daily time frame before I start looking for a buy. I want to make sure that price is at least above the 50-day moving average and also above the 13-day EMA, the alpha trend, and so on and so forth. So looking at this coin now, okay, on the daily time frame, I can easily do something like this. Mark it from here to where price is currently at, and I want to get a range. You can see how price has been respecting this range. I'm not buying when price is above like when price is around the value area high. I can buy when price get back on the daily time frame around this value area low, and then when price break out above the value area high, I buy pullback there. So the pullback should at least get to the 50-day or the alpha trend. And looking at also the trendy low, I would say that this coin is still bullish because we are above the zero point 0.0 line. We haven't yet crossed below it, so we are at this line in the middle. We are above it. So overall, I would say it's bullish on the daily time frame. There's still some momentum, going on there. Like all I want to see now is what price is gonna be doing on the 4 hours time frame and other time frame. Like 4 hours time frame, we are below the 50-day moving average. So I want to see price cross and stay above it. We test it, then I'm gonna be looking for that buy. But it's good that you start seeing vectors like this, which means it's bullish. So if say you are a swing trader, a long-term investor, of course you can buy this now. But I'm someone who's going to be trading this to make some quick gains. So I'm not going to be looking at buying now. I'll be buying unless I see price. Yeah, of course I can buy, but it wouldn't be any significant buy because we are just closer to um the the 50-day moving average, which is not good. Okay. So looking at this on this time frame as well, I can say that if we're gonna experience any upward movement, it's gonna take us straight away to the value area high. But the best movement or the best way or the best thing I want this coin to do is for price to drop here for recover half of this vector here before continuation. That would be a good way to look at this trend as strong. Okay. For now, We might continue to go upward right towards the value area high, then drop down to the POC, or drop down to the value area low. Yeah. So you can be trading this range. You see the down here, you buy, you sell up there, and so on and so forth. Okay, I think is we are done for today. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. I think I'm gonna be live this night. I'm not go live this night. So take care of yourself. Bye bye.